For legal analysis of the shocking story of the Utah wife and mother that has now been charged with her husband's murder after writing a children's book on grief, joining us now is attorney Brian Claypool. Brian, welcome.
Hi, Mike.
Let's start with the charges in this case against Kouri Richins. 1 first-degree felony count of aggravated murder, 3 second-degree counts of possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. How rare is this case in your experience in terms of evidence against the defendant?
Yeah, Mike, great to be back with you. I mean, remember that Alvin Bragg indictment of President Trump that had absolutely zero facts in the indictment? I mean, this arrest warrant had a mountain of evidence, of devastating evidence against Kouri. Yeah, Mike, so there was a lot of devastating evidence. You had a text message exchange between Kouri and an alleged drug addict where she's actually asking for drugs on a couple of occasions. On the second occasion, she's asking for, as Jeff said, the Michael Jackson stuff. Now, that's propofol, but here, you know, she ends up getting fentanyl, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have the toxicology report that has Eric dying of, you know, fentanyl, what, 50 times what the regular amount is. So normally in a criminal case, Mike, you don't have this much evidence to start off a case. And let's be real. She had means, opportunity, motive. Means, she's arguably got the drugs because she's ordered it. Mm-hmm. Opportunity, she's giving him a drink. And then the motive is the life insurance money.
What should her defense team do?
Yeah, this is a tough one, Mike, but I think her only two angles are to hire a forensic toxicologist to analyze the blood of Eric. So anytime there's a murder, the coroner keeps a sample, Mike, of the blood so that both sides can do their own independent testing. She's got to get a toxicologist, analyze this blood, try to attack how the analysis was done by prosecution, try to find some flaws in it. Maybe she finds there's a different drug in there. Maybe she finds there's a lower level of fentanyl in there to somehow argue, hey, I didn't put that in there. And that gets to my next point. Eric did, because mm-hmm. Eric might have arguably had some kind of issue with depression, or maybe he had an issue with drugs. That's going to be hard to prove unless she's got something on his cell phone. He's got text messages where he's doing something with drugs, or something on his computer where there's some kind of trail, or possibly Venmo, Zelle, transfers from Eric that might suggest that he did have some type of drug problem.
I read some suggestion that Kouri was having an affair, but that Eric stayed with her because of the 3 young children. How could that potentially factor into this case?
Yeah, that's another devastating fact for Kouri, because if she's having an affair, that gives a second motive for her to kill her husband. First, you've got the financial, and now if she's with somebody else, she wants to get rid of Eric to be with that other person. And that reminds me a little bit of the Lori Vallow case that we just heard about. But look, she's got a daunting defense ahead. And then you've mentioned this book. I mean, the book could be taken, both ways. On one hand, I mean, this is an enigma, Mike. You've got a beautiful woman, beautiful man with a beautiful family. They're both doing well. They're celebrating a sale of a home. And all of a sudden, he's dead, and she's charged with a murder. And she's got a book about children grieving. I think you said, "Are you with me?" I mean, it might make it a little difficult for a jury to believe, wow, is this woman capable of murdering Eric? So it is certainly not your typical type of murder investigation.
And Eric also evidently did not want to buy a massive $2 million house, and yet the day after he died, Kouri evidently closed on it. Really a fascinating case. Attorney Brian Claypool, thank you so much for your time today. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Thanks, Mike. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.